Hello, my name's Silas.
Hi Silas.
Yeah, nice to meet you. That was worth the wait, wasn't
It was
it?
good.
I'm here to present our project that we called TOTS, or Trentham opposite the station. Just like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the unceded land on which we meet today, Dja Dja Wurrung and Wurrung peoples, and also the Dja Dja Wurrung as the traditional owners of the unceded land where this project is located. So I'm from SOS Architects, or Sense of Space. We're a regional practice based in the Macedon Ranges. It's all coming out now. This project actually began in 2016 when there was just 2 of us. It was finally completed last year. Now there's 6 of us, so it's helped us to multiply. This project had all the challenges you can imagine over the last 7 years, with changing builders, changes of scope, planning amendments, COVID. Everyone loves a before and after pic in architecture, so that's what I look like before this project, and you'll notice the grey beard. So we were keen to celebrate the end of this project by entering into the awards. We thought it would be a bit of fun. It's actually a bit nerve-wracking, but that's okay. And I do love any opportunity to put together a PowerPoint presentation, and luckily for me, my 9-year-old daughter is at the age where she's learning PowerPoint, and I offered to help out.
She did the arrow.
Sorry to anyone. That was,
I've got a 9-year-old.
yeah, there you go. That's straight out of the 9-year-old playbook. So sorry to anyone, I'm feeling dizzy after that. So anyone who's not familiar, Trentham is located northwest of Melbourne near Daylesford. There's our office in Gisborne. So for a regional practice, a new practice in the area, it was really important for us for this project to go well. Obviously, it's quite a visible project for our region. Thankfully, it's been well received so far. For a bit of context, our project is indeed opposite the train station, as the name suggests. Unfortunately, the train no longer runs, as the line's been discontinued, but there are regular community markets held at the station, and it's the starting point for the Domino Rail Trail bike ride that goes along the train tracks, so it's still a bit of a destination. Across the road to the west is the town's old-style service station, general story type thing. The High Street and main shopping precinct are located to the south, with some shops spilling around the corner onto Market Street. So our goal for the project was to sensitively link this new mixed-use development to the other commercial areas in town, whilst being respectful of the residential neighbours, and also to create enough of a destination for this new commercial precinct to be successful. And our client was keen for this to be done in a way that's quite generous by creating new public space and opportunities for public art and landscaping. It was important for us to create a design response that was in keeping with the existing character of the town, but that also used quite a contemporary language. So we picked up on some of the forms that we found, such as gabled roofs and verandas, including the curved steel of the bullnose veranda, and also took note of the materiality used in the area, such as brick, weatherboard and sheet metal. The site, here it is, the site had been used for retail in the past, but was cleared and vacant when we took on the project. So it was a bit of a dead corner in the town, and their garden ornaments, not gravestones, so don't worry about that. This project comprises the residence at the southern end for the client, and 5 commercial tenancies at the northern portion, with an open landscape forecourt separating the 4 Victoria Street tenancies from the 5th tenancy. All of the buildings have been laid out to take advantage of passive solar design, with access to northern sun super important in the cold Trentham climate. The street setback of the neighbouring residences has been adopted for the house and also the walled garden, which begins the transition into the commercial zone and offers glimpses and opens up into this shared forecourt. The residence is a stripped-back contemporary take on a classic double-fronted weatherboard Victorian cottage. Continuous planting and sympathetic forms help mediate between the private and public elements of the development. A scalloped recycled brick wall allows glimpses into the private garden, and the fairly conservative exterior of the residence conceals an eclectic and personal interior. This page is not much to do with urban design, but it's a pretty nice kitchen, I thought. And here's a bit more of the residence, not very urban design, but a nice gutter top left. We were happy with that. The on-site car parking forms a buffer to the neighbouring residents on the east. The consistent landscaping strategy continues down this side, and the car park also provides access to a private garage for the residents, which is designed to be a bit sort of reminiscent of an old stable. The layout of the commercial zone seeks to maximise the active frontages and to allow all tenancies to take advantage of the shared forecourt. Multiple access points were incorporated to allow flexibility in how the tenancies are divided in the future. The access from the north is via a short ramp that allows the gabled forms to wrap around and also means all entrances are fully accessible, so it helps us deal with the falls across the site. The northern elevation creates a striking silhouette. It's become a bit of a landmark in the town. A simple, consistent approach allowed costs to be managed, but careful detailing elevates the project and allowed us to drive the builder a bit nuts. The northern tenancies are staggered to allow landscaping to soften this edge. It also sort of reminds me a bit of a train's pulling out of the station. This is where the train sound effect's supposed to kick in, but that was beyond my 9-year-old's capability. The southern tenancy is currently being fitted out as a hospitality venue, which will take full advantage of the north-facing courtyard.
2 minutes.
The landscaping approach from Trentham local Jim Sinatra of Sinatra Murphy was to pursue beauty and simplicity. Crushed rock wherever we could as ground cover and a continuous grid of living pergola cut-leaf plane trees that will link together and be pruned flat to mimic the street awnings. In terms of integration of allied disciplines, this project was our first experience of engineering being fully modelled in BIM, which allowed excellent accuracy and coordination. It made the construction of this component quick and efficient when we finally got to that point. The forecourt features a sculpture called Flotsam and Jetsam by the late Trentham-based sculptor Matthew Harding. Matthew was a good friend of the client's, and his death in 2018 hit the community hard. So this serves as an ongoing memorial. One of the unique elements of the commercial tenancies is the rolled sheet metal roof and wall cladding. This began in response to the clients being concerned about picking leaves out of gutters, but we also enjoyed the subtle reference to the ubiquitous bullnose veranda. At some point though, the engineer and client started ganging up and questioning whether water was just going to fly off the roof and not be captured in our carefully detailed gutters in the ground. We were pretty sure it was going to work, but we were nervous enough at that stage to order a one-to-one sample and conduct some ridiculous first principles experiments in the rain. And when it wasn't raining hard enough, the jug of water proved our theory right. The reason we entered this project in the urban design category is because for the scale of Trentham, this is a significant urban intervention. Despite its relatively small scale, this project is made unique through its civic generosity and community mindedness. The design is responsive to its site in both form and materiality, and through careful detailing and prioritisation of softening the edges and creating new shared space, we feel it makes a positive contribution to the town.